told you guys about the 3 times that I had to go to the hospital in my previous vlog. Since then, I had to go again at 31 weeks, which was about, what, 2 weeks ago. And this time I didn't go to the same hospital. Where I get seen for my sickle cell, that's not the hospital where I've been getting my prenatal care. I've been getting my prenatal care at a different hospital. But when I've had my pain crisis, even while I'm pregnant, I've still been going to the hospital where I'm seen for sickle cell because I just thought it made more sense because they're a little more knowledgeable about sickle cell. So this particular time, I got sick and I said, well, let me try to go to the hospital where I actually have my prenatal care and see how they do. That was a mistake. So the hospital where I get my prenatal care, they're great with baby stuff, delivering babies and all that good stuff, prenatal care. Not so much with sickle cell, and I learned that the hard way. The reason why I went there is because first of all, I had an appointment the next day and I went in the middle of the night. So I said, well, I might as well go here because I have an appointment with my doctor the next day, so I'll just stay overnight and I'll just go to her office in the morning. So I got there and I went to labor and delivery, told them I was having a sickle cell pain crisis, and yeah, I basically had to tell them what to do. I had to tell them what to give me, what kind of medicine to give me, how much dose to give me. They were pretty much clueless. So I'm like, wow, if I go into labor and I'm having a crisis and I come here, okay, you guys can manage the labor, but you can't manage the crisis. So I asked the nurse, and I knew that my doctor, I knew that she'd never seen anyone, she'd never delivered a patient who had sickle cell. So I didn't know that. But in the beginning, I didn't expect for the sickle cell to give me so many issues while I was pregnant. So I figured it would be okay. So I asked the nurse who was seeing me in labor and delivery, I said, so about how many patients have you guys seen here with sickle cell, pregnant women? And she gives me this look and she's like, maybe one in the past. And I'm like, okay. And I mean, it doesn't really bother me too much because I can just go there and kind of like tell them what I need them to do. But at the same time, you kind of want to be somewhere where they're, you know, they know what they're doing. And the other hospital I went to did. So now I'm kind of between like, well, should I switch or what should I do? But I'll talk about that later because I'm really tired and I'm ready to go to sleep. So anyway, I got sick then. That was at 31 weeks. But let me tell you something. These pain crises have been coming like clockwork. So that was at 31 weeks. So then I got sick again. So that was at 31 weeks. I got sick again at 32 weeks. This particular pain crisis, I was able to manage at home, which was fine. But it's like they just come from out of nowhere. Like they, like just, hey, how are you? I'm here. You know, that was at 32 weeks. Stay home. After that, about 4 days later, I got another pain crisis. It was a small pain crisis. So for those two, I didn't take any medicine. I just kind of toughed it out, prayed, heating pad, rest, water. That's that's what I did for those. Okay, and then I had another one the very next day. So there was a weekend where it happened Friday night and it happened Saturday night, and it happened like in the middle of the night, in the middle of sleep. I wake up in a pain crisis. Now the one that happened Friday night was the one where I didn't have to take anything. The one that happened Saturday night, that one scared me because I was like, are you serious? Like, I was to the point where I was like, yeah, take the baby out, please. Just take her out because I don't know what's going on. So the one that happened Saturday night, that was more intense. I took a oxycodone for it, and that's the one that happened right before my maternity pictures. So I toughed it out. Yeah, so I think that with the pain crisis is where I haven't had to go to the hospital. I've been able to bounce back from them pretty quickly, and I think that that's kind of attributed to maybe me drinking a lot of water and just resting, and maybe my diet. Not that donut, but yeah, so that is it for now. I'm gonna go because I'm tired.